जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं जगद्गुरुं वन्दे परमहंसाख्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं। जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं जगद्गुरुं वन्दे परमहंसाख्यं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्। आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्। आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्। नित्यमुक्तं निर्विकल्पं ध्यानलोकप्रदीपकम्।
ಪರಮಹಂಸ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದರು ನಮ್ಮ ಯುಗದ ಒಬ್ಬ ಅಭೂತಪೂರ್ವ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಶಕ್ತಿ, ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಸಮಾಜದ ಆಂದೋಲನದ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾಪಕರು, ಆಧುನಿಕ ವೈದಿಕ ನವೋದಯದ ಪ್ರಥಮ ಅನ್ವೇಷಕ, ಪವಿತ್ರ ಊರಾದ ತಿರುವಣ್ಣಾಮಲೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಜನ್ಮ ತಾಳಿದ ಒಬ್ಬ ಯೋಗಿ, ಕೆಚ್ಚೆದೆಯ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಸಂಶೋಧಕ, ದೈವ ಶಕ್ತಿಯ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶಕ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ. ಪರಮಹಂಸ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದರು ಇಂದು ಪ್ರಾಚೀನ ರಹಸ್ಯಾರ್ಥ ಯೋಗ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನದ ಪಥದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಲಕ್ಷಾಂತರ ನಿಪುಣರಿಗೆ ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿದಾಯಕರಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕತೆಯ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನದ ಸಂಶೋಧನಾಕಾರ, ಆತ್ಮ ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ಕಾರ ತೋರುವ ಗುರುಗಳು. ಅವರ ವಿವೇಕದ ಸಂಪತ್ತು, ಅವರ ನಗುವಿನ ಆ ಸಂತಸ ಹಾಗೂ ಅವರ ಅದ್ವಿತೀಯ ದೀಕ್ಷೆಯ ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ ಪರಮಹಂಸ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದರು ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಾದ್ಯಂತ ಸುಮಾರು 1 ಕೋಟಿ ಜನರೊಡನೆ ಹಂಚಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಗ ಪರಮಹಂಸ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದರು ಜೀವನ್ಮುಕ್ತಿಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಆನಂದಮಯ ಜೀವನಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಪರಿಹಾರಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತನಾಡಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮರೆಯಲಾರದ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಅನುಭವವನ್ನು ಕೈಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಬನ್ನಿ.
ಸರ್ವಧರ್ಮ ಪ್ರಣೇತಾರಂ ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದರೂಪಿಣಂ ವಂದೇ ಸನಾತನಂ ಪುಣ್ಯಂ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದಾಯ ಸ್ವಾಗತಂ. ವೇದ ವೇದಾಂತ ಸಂವೇದ್ಯಂ ದೇವದೇವಿ.
One who truly experiences the divine energy in my existence and execution, having surrendered his body, does not return to the human form but attains my state. I'll define each technical term. The one who truly experiences the divine energy. What is divine? Where your mind and logic, patterns completely leave you, that space is divine. If you are still holding on to your pattern, you are not realizing the divine. For example, if you realize the divine in a stone, in front of that stone all your patterns will be dropped. You will just experience something beyond your mind's comprehension, beyond your perception. I have seen. See, I can tell you very clearly who is a real devotee and who is a crooked. Who sees divine and who sees divide. I tell you, the difference between whether you are seeing divine or not. Actually, when I sit and listen to somebody, you should be rest assured I am going to listen to yours also. It should be inspiring you. When I bless somebody, when I shower something on somebody, you should feel as if, wow, it is done to you itself. Then you are divine. Then you are seeing divine in me. See, money put as a alcohol shop and money put as a temple, there is a difference. Same way the energy put on some fools and energy put on organizers, there is a difference. If I put energy on these organizers, they will become like my temples. Divine. Let me define that word divine. Whenever you don't divide and perceive the whole with the whole picture, you perceive divine. Next word, in my existence and execution. I think these two words I have explained. Existence means the presence, the air you carry around you. Execution means the way you express yourself. Having surrendered his body does not return to human form. Understand? So the existence and execution, when both have been perceived, because once you evolve, your very biology will go through a mutation. I am going to prove people have become enlightened only by physiological mutation. Psychological mutation, there is no measurement. Understand? There is no measurement to prove this fellow is gone beyond anger, beyond hatred, beyond love, beyond lust, beyond comparison. He has become pure consciousness. There is no scale psychologically. But now, physiologically it can be proved, because all psychological impacts happens in physiologically also. It doesn't stop with psychology. When it is really honest, integrated impact, it enters into the physiology also. By the end of this year, I will prove. Now I decided, only by the physiological mutation, it should be proved. Because enlightenment penetrates to the level of physiology. We'll do the clear medical test, how many DNA layers are awakened, what is the mitochondria cell energy level, and what is the serum level, how each internal organ is influenced by this enlightenment experience. We will prove through the physiological mutation. Because the mind, just one slip, loses the whole spiritual strength. Hey, even Narada could not crash this. One day, Narada and Vishnu both were having an evening walk. This Narada is like a news spreader, media, those days media, and tells the news with a lot of spice. So Vishnu and Narada both were walking. Suddenly Narada asked, Lord, what is Maya? Vishnu said, it cannot be explained, it should only be experienced. Narada said, no, I want to experience, show me Maya. Vishnu said, hey, you are asking dangerous thing. No, don't ask. It is you may get caught. Narada, no. Your name is there. I'll chant Narayana, Narayana. No Maya can catch me. I'll escape. Vishnu says, no. Maya will make you even forget my name. That is the problem. Don't take this risk. Narada, once they catch. Then finally, Vishnu suddenly starts having the hiccups. And Narada says, come on, Lord, please drink the water, because there was nearby a river. Vishnu says, no, this area is all dirty. You go upstream little bit and there's a clean water, get that for me to drink. Narada says, what is there? He ran there. Suddenly, when he was about to pick up the water, he saw a beautiful girl.
ಭವಿಷ್ಯವನ್ನು ಎದುರಿಸಲು ನಿಮಗೆ ಭಯವಾಗುತ್ತಿದೆಯೇ? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹಿಂದಿನ ನೆನಪುಗಳು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಕಾಡುತ್ತಿವೆಯೇ? ಇವೆಲ್ಲಕ್ಕೂ ಮೂಲ ಕಾರಣ ಬಾಲ್ಯದಿಂದಲೇ ಸಮಾಜವು ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಸಿರುವ ನಕಾರಾತ್ಮಕವಾದ ಮನೋವೃತ್ತಿ, ಅಂದರೆ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳಿಂದ ಹೊರಬರಲು ಒಂದೇ ಮಾರ್ಗವೆಂದರೆ ಈ ನಕಾರಾತ್ಮಕ ಮನೋವೃತ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನು ನಾಶಗೊಳಿಸುವುದು. ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಸ್ಫುರಣ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಪ್ರಬಲಯುಕ್ತವಾದ ಧ್ಯಾನ ತಂತ್ರಗಳ ಹಾಗೂ ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆಗಳ ಮೂಲಕ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಆಳವಾಗಿ ಬೇರೂರಿರುವ ನಕಾರಾತ್ಮಕ ಮನೋವೃತ್ತಿಗಳಿಂದ ಮುಕ್ತಗೊಳ್ಳಲು ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡುತ್ತದೆ.
Your life is basically bliss. Anything you feel other than bliss is a samskara, engraved memory. These 4 days I am going to remove those engraved memories from you.
ಮಗುವಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ನೀವು ಅನುಭವಿಸಿದ ಆ ನಿರ್ಮಲವಾದ ಮುಗ್ಧತೆಯ ಆನಂದವನ್ನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಂಡುಕೊಳ್ಳಲು ಒಂದು ಮಹತ್ತರವಾದ ಅವಕಾಶ. ದಿನಾಂಕ ಮಾರ್ಚ್ 1 ರಿಂದ 4, 2012. ಸ್ಥಳ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಧ್ಯಾನಪೀಠ, ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದಪುರಿ, ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಗರ, ಮೈಸೂರು ರಸ್ತೆ, ಬಿಡದಿ, ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು. ದೂರವಾಣಿ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ 1800-425-22333, 0974-220-3311.
Now you know the story. He fell for her, she fell for him. Finally he got married and built a house, settled down, had 5 kids, huge wealth. He forgot he came to take water for Vishnu. And finally one day, heavy flood on the river, whole house is flooded, and Narada has to cross the river to the safe place. He is having all his treasury, diamond, gold, everything on his head, holding wife in one hand, holding all the other 5 kids by another hand, trying to float, move, but the current is so heavy. Then anyhow he is struggling to reach the safe place. Suddenly he sees current is too much, he can't handle it anymore. So he feels, all right, if I have wife, at least I can have more kids. So he leaves 1 or 2 kids so that he feels, anyhow, otherwise also finally I have 1 male, 1 female kid. Then after some time, more current, he leaves all the kids. After some time he feels, current is so strong, I don't think I can make it with my wife. At least I will reach the shore so that I can marry once more. So finally, when his wife is also taken away by the flood, he shouts, screams. That is the moment he remembers, oh God, too much of suffering. The moment he uttered, oh God, he remembered the name Narayana. The moment he uttered Narayana, he heard the sound of Vishnu. He heard the reply back, Narada, where are you? I am waiting for water. He woke up from the whole thing and said, oh Narayana, now I understand what is your Maya. He realized the whole thing is a dream. This is Maya. Understand? This is Maya. Finally, Narada comes and falls at the feet of Vishnu and he stands up. Vishnu says, first thing, you should have understood, can I have a hiccup? When you missed my divine existence and execution, that is where Maya could enter you. You thinking me having hiccup. How can I have hiccup? When the Amrita Varsha is going on, Amrita Sagara is in my throat and rain of Amrita, shower of Amrita is happening through my tongue. The source of Amrita, Saraswati, when she is residing in my tongue, how can I have hiccup? Vishnu asks, I am lying down in the ocean milk. Can't I just stretch my hand and drink little milk? And it is not even ordinary milk itself. This is the Zen cone for today. How can Vishnu have a hiccup? Mama Maya Duradyaya. My illusion, difficult to cross. Vishnu asks, Narada, you are seeing me for ages. Have you seen me having hiccup? Narada said, yes, but how did I fall? Even though my personal experience with you never says you had hiccups or you could have had hiccups, how did I fall for it? When the doubt in the existence and execution starts, Maya starts, delusion starts. The person who sees the divine in existence and execution surrenders his very body and never again takes human form. Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duradyaya Mammeva ye Prapatyante Mayametam Tarantite. My divine illusion, made up of the qualities of nature, very difficult to cross over. It's only by my grace it it is scratched over. It's Bhagavan's, Sri Krishna's words. Very powerful word. Narada did not even remember Narayana and did not even feel by calling Narayana he is going to be helped. Only at that moment where nothing can be done, everything is lost, he took a chance. Oh God, that also he said, oh God only. Because he is already so deeply devoted in the inner space, deep layer suddenly opened up and changed the word from a God to Narayana. Being filled with me, they surrender to me and attain my state. Bhagavan is very beautifully using the word. Jnana tapasa, who have been burnt by wisdom, filled by wisdom, madbhava magataha, sanctified, filled by me, is giving you do's and don'ts to experience his state. Bhagavan is not asking you to do all this. He is explaining the state. When all this happens in you, he says you achieve his state. Because if you start doing, it will be too ugly. I tell you, anything when you do it, it's ugly. Anything which overflows in you is beautiful. Even anger of Shiva is more beautiful than the love of the dog. I tell you, anything from the higher conscious being raises you, whether is love or is anger. Whether I look at you with the deep, intense love or boiling anger or tremendous sympathy and concern, you are raised to my level. Understand, my expression to you, whatever it may be, is my way of reaching out to you. If you decide to stand in the same place without running away, you will be raised to the space of me. Because if it is love, it will just melt away all other part in you which is other than me. If it is anger, it will just burn away all other parts in you other than me. Whether it is a melting or burning, it is going to take away everything other than me in you. What with melting, it is little juicy, and path is also easy. With burning, the path is little difficult, that's all. Other than that, anything from the higher being raises you to that space. Anything from lower being puts you into that space. I'm working with few of the disciples, a unique experiment, making them write continuously all their mood swings from morning till night. Few of them are doing it, some inner awakening participants, some ashramites. One nice thing, whoever I have given this practice, this experiment practice, they are so beautifully open to me, means honest even to fight with me. If they have something against me, they are very honest. Of course, that is the reason I gave them this, even this experiment. Now, when I was studying all of that continuously, I could see very clearly the most fragile object on the planet Earth is human mind. You don't even need a stone to break it. Just is enough to break it. The most sensitive object, if one concept, one idea they have, if that is touched, that is what I call first point and pus point. Just the point where pus is stored. The moment you put your finger there, they create such a big fuss. But unless I remove the pus, how can I do the surgery? And how can I put the medicine? Doctor is supposed to be putting the medicine. Ramakrishna says very beautifully, till you go on questioning why Kali has sword in her hand, you will never understand the compassionate boon-giving hands. Kali is a mystery. Cosmos is a mystery. Mystery will remain as a mystery only when you drop your frames and concepts, even if it seems to be such powerful, honest, greatest truth. The moment you touched it, understand, however sweet, tasty food it may be, the moment it has gone inside your mouth, it has become.
ಕಲ್ಪತರು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಂಡಲಿನಿ ಜಾಗೃತಿಯ ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಕಂಡುಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಕುಂಡಲಿನಿ ಎಂದರೇನು? ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಲ್ಲೂ ಸುಪ್ತವಾಗಿ ಅಡಗಿರುವ ಅಸಾಧಾರಣ ಸಾಮರ್ಥ್ಯವೇ ಕುಂಡಲಿನಿ ಶಕ್ತಿ. ಒಬ್ಬ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಗುರುಗಳ ದೀಕ್ಷೆಯಿಂದ ಈ ಕುಂಡಲಿನಿ ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಜಾಗೃತಗೊಳಿಸಬಹುದು. ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಕುಂಡಲಿನಿ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಜಾಗೃತಗೊಂಡರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದ ಪ್ರತಿ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆ ತರುವ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಅದಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ಹಾಗೂ ಅದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ, ಸಂಪತ್ತು, ಯಶಸ್ಸು, ಸಂತೋಷಭರಿತ ಸಂಬಂಧಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಜ್ಞಾನೋದಯವನ್ನು ತಂದುಕೊಡುತ್ತದೆ. ಧ್ಯಾನ ಹಾಗೂ ದೀಕ್ಷೆಗಳ ಶಕ್ತಿಯ ಬಳಕೆಯನ್ನು ಕಂಡುಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಕುಂಡಲಿನಿ ಜಾಗೃತಿಯ ಒಂದು ಇಣುಕು ನೋಟವನ್ನು ಕಲ್ಪತರು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಅನುಭವಿಸಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಭವಿಷ್ಯವನ್ನು ರೂಪಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಪ್ರತಿ ವಾರಾಂತ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ. ಸ್ಥಳ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಧ್ಯಾನಪೀಠ, ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಗರ, ಬಿಡದಿ, ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು.
So how great the truth or the concept may be, enlightenment, honesty, truth, integrity, anything, the moment your mind touched it, it has become. That is why I always tell people, listen to your body, how your body responds. Because body is natural, mind is societal. So many things I have discovered during the studying the human minds. How human mind wants something, but the moment it feels it is going to get it, it does not have respect for that and takes the same thing for granted. See, before getting money, whether it is a person or a status or a object or wealth or anything, before getting it, you feel that is God for you. Once you get it, you feel you are God for that. How our mind plays with ourselves, how our mind abuses our own existence. The beings in whom jnana tapasa means burnt by the wisdom happens, they attain my state. That is what Bhagavan says in Gita. Jnana tapasa means burn your inner space continuously with tapas. I tell you, the more you burn it by tapas, even your desires go to the higher frequency. Your taste becomes higher. Your taste shows who you are. Once the jnana tapasa happens, even your taste for your inner space changes. Your whole body and mind goes through the highest transformation. I tell you, tapas is nothing but raising your taste level to the higher and higher and higher level. That's all. That is what is tapas. That is why when somebody brings up some deep prayers, if it is really right for that person, I bless that person, all right. Let this become your bio-memory. Means purified inner space. Let your inner space be purified by this one fulfillment. Let the jnana tapasa happen with this one truth. Each word in this sutra is a technical term. Raga means intense passion. Bhaya means intense fear. Krodha means the fight between intense fear and raga, at passion. See, passion is one extreme, bhaya is another one extreme, krodha means moving between these two extremes. This oscillation, that is called krodha. When your honesty, whether it is love or anger or fear, anything, when it honestly becomes your bio-memory, it will not have any more the negative qualities of attachment, fear and anger. See, why are they negative? Because they jump from one to another. Because of their internal conflict and contradictions, they become negative. If the internal contradictions and conflicts disappear, just pure passion is not negative, pure fear is not negative, pure anger is not negative. In pure passion, you become one with the cosmos. In pure fear, you disappear once for all. In pure anger, there is nothing else. Only when the movement between passion, fear and anger is happening, it brings negative effect. It brings suffering. Anyone, whether it is a passion or it is a fear or it is anger, when it goes to the depth of your being, it becomes pure. Anything pure does not have negative side effect.